What's up guys, Mike Loris is here, and now bringing you another game from the Starseries Season 3. This is going to be Game 2 of a best of 3 from the Starseries Season 3 between Team Empire and Na'Vi. I'm trying to get my ducks in a row and cast these games in actual order. Like, get them out in sets of best of 3. The one that is just uploaded, the one with, Phantom Lancer, that just came up, is now up. And then this is the game 2 of this. So if Na'Vi win this, they will move ahead, I think, to the winner's bracket, and then Empire will drop to the lower bracket. I believe that's how it works. But it's really hard. It's hard to find information. So I'm just like trying to copycat, join Dota's videos, and then get the same labels on them or similar labels. But anyway, Na'Vi won game 1. This is going to be game 2. Already a lot of picks and a lot of bans coming out. Batrider, Enigma, and the Naga Siren going to be the pick for Team Empire. So they first picked up that Batrider, going to get a little bit of lane control, ganking presence early game from that hero. Combined with the Enigma and Naga Siren, that is a lot of nets. It's also a lot of lockdown that Team Empire will throw at Na'Vi. Na'Vi, they're going to go with TA as well as the Bounty Hunter once again. We saw this last game with Dendi on the TA and the Bounty Hunter being played by Light of Heaven on that hard lane. This time, they're going to throw a Leshrac into the mix there. So far they have a lot of minus armor, a lot of heroes who could really use that very well. If they pick up Slardar, yeah man, minus armor everywhere. That'll actually be really freaking cool. But Na'Vi, their bans, Undying, Jakiro. Two heroes that have seen a resurgence in the .75 era in Empire's bans, the first two at least, Darkseer, as well as the Broodmother, two heroes that, they're pretty consistently banned out, and Light of Heaven's Broodmother is also very troublesome to deal with. Additional bans include the Tidehunter, getting rid of that giant AoE because Team Empire, they already have a huge amount of team fight. Na'Vi don't really want to go up against anymore. With the Naga Siren ultimate to sleep everyone, set up for the Enigma, set up for the possibility of a Tidehunter ultimate, it's really not what you want to have to deal with. More bans. Rubik, as well as Brewmaster Rubik, a little bit of a standard ban, knowing that Na'Vi need another support hero. That is what their choice is going to be, but Na'Vi, they could still go for that Shadow Shaman if they want to do so. Arzard played that last time, and it was not bad at all. But Bane Elemental, Empire, I believe, have been experimenting with Bane Elemental on occasion. He's a pretty good support hero. I mean, I think it was someone who was it M5 that were playing in Bane Elemental solo mid. I think it was. That didn't really work the best for them, but Empire, they do need a couple of support heroes right now, which is why Na'Vi, they're going to also ban out the Keeper of the Light, also denying them that hard lane. Looks like Team Empire, they're going to pick up the Shadow Shaman after banning out the CK, knowing that Na'Vi, well, they need someone to go onto that farming lane with that Leshrac. Na'Vi, they still have Chen as well as Enchantress open to them, so that is going to be a lot of power that they could pick up in the jungle. Empire already do have a jungling hero, the Enigma, so they're going to be fine as far as that goes. Then it's going to be up to Na'Vi whether or not they want to lane a tri-lane or they want to run a 2.5 lane. I don't know if 2.5 lane is actually a thing, like when you have two heroes in the lane and then one in the jungle, but I'm hoping to make it a thing. The Shadow Shaman was kind of denied from them by Team Empire, so they're going to be wielding the Shadow Shaman this game. Their pushing is pretty decent. Once Shadow Shaman hits that level 6 mark, they're going to have conversions as well as Naga Siren illusions, very low level illusions granted, but just the amount of summon power that they have is going to be enough to bring down towers fairly early on. Na'Vi, their pushing power, is going to come from the Dragon Knight. Okay, so Na'Vi, they're going to run the Bounty Hunter on a solo lane, TA on a solo lane, Leshrac and Dragon Knight with the final pick has to be a support-oriented hero, but Dragon Knight will also help Na'Vi push quite a bit. If Na'Vi pick up a Chen / Enchantress, put them in the friendly jungle, and then Na'Vi, once DK hits level 6, that is going to mean at least a tier 1 tower, possibly and probably a tier 2 as well. That corrosive damage does stack up quite a bit on the towers, and Leshrac will have at least, let's say, 2 levels of Edict, plus the creeps from Chen or Enchantress. With Empire laning really whoever they want to lane up there, it's not going to be enough to stop that. So Na'Vi as well as Empire both getting some pretty high push power heroes, and Na'Vi, they have the TA plus Dragon Knight, so that's a lot of power coming out from those heroes in the late game. And if they get a couple kills in the early stage with the track bonus from the Bounty Hunter, well, that gold could really stack up, and DK and TA really do use gold effectively. Really, all of Navi's heroes use gold very effectively. So if this game lasts for longer than like 50 minutes, I'm pretty sure it's going to be in Navi's bag, especially since Team Empire picking up the Chen as their last one, which is going to mean a long lane Enigma. Enigma's going to struggle in that lane just a little bit. He's going to be able to deny a whole lot, maybe split the lane farm with Chen, the jungle farm, I'm sorry, with Chen. But Navi, with that Chen pick, that's just more incentive for them to pick up the Enchantress. Because Chen versus Enchantress, usually Enchantress does win in the creep war just because her enchant has a much lower cooldown. And when you steal Chen's creeps, he loses that, well, you get the health bonus that Holy Persuasion adds on to that creep, which is very nice. So that would be a pretty good move for Navi, but they're going to go with the Lycanthrope, another possible jungle hero, but a hero who's been hit fairly hard in the new patch. Looks like it is going to be played by puppies, so yeah, Lycan is going to go into the jungle. I don't know why they would pick that when they could have picked Enchantress. I suppose they didn't want to, because even though Enchantress could do well against Chen, Chen could also do well against Enchantress. It really depends on who gets the cooldowns off. But Lycanthrope hit very hard, not a strong jungler anymore. So he's Puppy's gonna struggle on the Lycan just a little bit in the jungle, or at least not have an as easy time as he would have had one version ago. Arzart is going to be heading towards the top lane of the Shrek with Havorst, the Dragon Knight, with the friggin' most pimpin' armor I've ever seen in my life. Dude, this helmet, frickin' sweet. Look at this shit. This is the only, I think this helmet is the only thing that I've seen that is, like, extremely, extremely impressive. This shit is awesome. Love it. I love it. But I'm just going to close this. There we go. Light of Heaven is going to be playing the Bounty Hunter. Already has a Poor Man's Shield. Probably going to head towards that bot lane. And Dendi is going to be playing the Templar Assassin once again. On the Empire side, we have Naga Siren being played by Blow Your Brain. Going to be protected by Silent Shadow Shaman. So that's SS's SS. Go Black is also going to be in the jungle as Chen. Mid lane, it is going to be a solo Bat Rider up in that lane. Funnick with a laning Enigma build is going to be trying to hold down this top lane, but he's got to be careful. A single Dragon Tail will mean that he is going to die. So the bot lane probably going to be won pretty handily by Empire, but I do believe that Bounty Hunter could probably get a little bit more from the lane than the Enigma will. No, there's 2 Sentry Wards onto Silence, so Bounty Hunter's going to struggle, Enigma's going to struggle. So I guess the top and bottom lanes are going to be pretty much a wash between the two of them. So then it really just comes down to this mid lane. Dendi on the TA versus Scandal's Bat Rider. I do have to favor the Bat Rider in this situation. The Tar, or the Napalm, I call it Tar. I mean, it looks like Tar. It's black and it's gooey and it's unpleasant. I'm sure it smells also. I don't know if napalm smells. I'm assuming it does. It would make sense if it does. But Bat Rider's stacking it up so high. Already Dendi forced back just because he'll take so much damage from this Bat Rider. Even with Refraction, once Bat Rider hits that level 2, Firefly demolishes Refraction. It is not even funny. But Scandal is stacking the charges up really high, and already 5 stacks on the Magic Stick. Dendi might not even need the bottle, quite honestly. He probably will get it just because he's taking a lot of harassment. But every time that Tar lands, yes, TA is going to move a little bit slower, but she's also getting another 10 HP, or 15 HP, I'm sorry, 15 mana on top of that she could use to pop off later. So Dendi's gonna struggle a little bit on this lane. It's true. Once Scandal gets the Firefly, he could be very, very aggressive. 5 stacks on that creep, making last hitting the easiest thing in the world. And Dendi, 3 for 1 versus Scandal's 5 for 0. So yeah, Scandal's definitely having a better time there. Enigma has actually left the top lane. He's going to be jungling. He is going to be splitting the farm with Go Black. And with Go Black unable to get this easy camp, that is going to slow down his farm a little bit. But of course, with this lane, he doesn't exactly have to farm. He could go for a little bit of early pushing. Bounty Hunter doesn't have any way of thinning out creep waves. He is very much so a single target hero. And Go Black will be able to make use of that. So Light of Heaven is not going to be getting as much as the Enigma now. So Empire should be getting a little bit of an advantage here. Advantage in favor in the mid lane, in favor of Scandal. The bot lane, Blow Your Brain, is farming kind of to balance out Havorst's farming on the top lane. And then they have the Enigma in instead of a Bounty Hunter. So it's all working out pretty well for Team Empire. And of course, last game we saw Na'Vi, just explosive aggression from them. So Empire, they're definitely going to have an easier laning phase. but that doesn't mean by any stretch of the imagination that this is going to be easy for them in the long haul. Puppy, you can see he is unable to use his wolves effectively. The wolves just cost so much more mana now. It's insane. Plus have lower HP. 145 means that after one cast of wolves, you're shit out of luck. You cannot do anything else after that. You could like try to do pulls and everything like this, but there's really no reason to pick up Lycan if you're going to do this. I've seen Puppy do this I've seen players do the exact same thing. I think it was Puppy actually. Do the exact same thing, you know, do the double pull with the creeps on Omni Knight. And Omni Knight doesn't need farm as much as Lycan, doesn't need levels as much as Lycan, and he is just a more capable hero in the early stage of the game, so Lycan is going to have a little bit of rough time, especially missing this pull, possibly. It's going to be close. I think he's going to get it, especially if he blocks the creeps a little bit. He's going to get it, okay. But still, Puppy not farming as fast as Go Black, even though Go Black only does have 5 creep kills. He is level 3 versus level 3 of Lycan, so they're actually doing pretty even. But Funnick, of course, is taking a lot of the farm from that Chen. He's almost at a level 5 mark already, whereas Light of Heaven is only level 3. He's going to take a Shackle, being harassed back very hard. He's absorbing experience at a decent rate. Where are these Sentry Wards, actually? I have no idea where the Sentry Wards are, so Silent must have used one to something. And Dendi, now in a little bit of trouble, he is melded up, and he is just slowly roasting in the fire. How do you like your TA cooked? This one is going to be well done. There's the first blood as Dendi just sits there and accepts his fate. I feel like he should have just popped his magic stick and tried to run out of there instead of just doing nothing. He didn't lose any gold, which is good, but he gave up first blood to Scandal, which is going to further solidify the Empire lead. So they're going to have a little bit of an easy time, Empire. They're already having an easy time. They're just building up as much experience, as much gold as they can, trying to get to that level 6 mark onto the Shadow Shaman, trying to get Go Black to that level 5 mark. And he has a lot of Centaurs to pick from. There you go, he's going to pick one up right now. And once he gets to that level 5 mark, he's going to push down the bot lane, and Na'Vi, they have to get so much support to actually defend that. Dragonite is farming on the top lane, but then again, so is Blow Your Brain. But in a 1v1 fight, I mean, the Dragonite is a lot more valuable than the Naga Siren, because the Dragonite's Elder Dragon form, once he gets to level 11, well, goodbye Naga Siren illusions. Unless the Naga Siren gets really freaking stacked, the DK will be able to annihilate those with Breathe Fire plus the AoE Splash. Once it gets to level 7, actually. Breathe Fire greater than illusions. It's true. So those illusions are going to crumble extremely quickly. Scandal in a little bit of trouble. Dendi getting a meld hit. Needs one more right click. He will get that kill, but he's stunned under the tower. Funnick, does he have mana for? He doesn't have mana for a black hole. The right clicks won't be enough to kill off Dendi. Dendi's going to turn straight around, but Funnick does get the mana with the Soul Ring pop off. Dendi, miscalculating just a little bit, is going to fall. He could have been completely home free, but didn't expect the Soul Ring to pop off from Funnick. He did have his refraction up. He did have, he didn't have any sick charges, but he wanted to try to go for it. But unfortunately, Black Hole from the Enigma is a pretty good spell. Who knew, right? As I was talking about before, the push from the top lane is going to commence without the Chener Enchantress creeps to really add on to that. It's going to be a little bit slower. Puppy is coming around with the Ring Basilius plus the level 3 Wolves, but he doesn't really have mana to do anything with them. Dendi going to go toe-to-toe with Scandal. Going to burn through his refraction charges and then fall back. Scandal does have a bottle though, so he should be fine. This top lane push doesn't really have enough steam. The Poison Dragon does do a lot. The Edict, which is level 3, does do a lot as well. But without any meat on the front lines, it doesn't matter how much damage you put out if you can't actually tank anything in return. Puppy in the mid lane, possibly looking for a kill on Scandal, who's had very easy time, but Dendi somehow recovering all the farm. Batrider's level 5 versus level 7 of Dendi. What happened, Scandal? Gonna flame break everyone back, with Puppy getting in the front with the Wolves, with his hero, body blocking for Scandal, and he is going to drop at the exact same time. Bounty Hunter on the bot lane gets killed by Blow Your Brain. But Scandal, what happened versus this TA? Once she got her bottle, I suppose, plus the magic wand charges, everything just went to hell. Batrider should not have had that happen. I said I was gonna watch this mid lane, and then like I don't for a couple minutes, and then I look back and Dendi has a freaking 3-level advantage over the Batrider. Don't know what happened, but it happened. Puppy is going to just return back to the jungle, and Lycanthrope, he's really going to struggle, as I was saying before, in the jungle in the early stage of the game. But later on, when the hero actually gets some items up, he's going to do just fine. So Lycanthrope, his mid game and late game hasn't really changed as far as the playstyle goes. It's just it's a lot harder to achieve that because the early game is harder. So if you're not going to do well in the early game, you're not going to do as well in the later stages of the game as well. But Lycan, he got that kill on that mid lane versus the Bat Rider. He's also now jungling decently at a good clip, a good pace, I should say. So he's going to try to mirror Chen as far as his farm. He is doing a little bit better than Chen, actually. In the Light of Heaven looking to creep jack a little bit of Go Black's stack right now. Got a big one. I don't know, what was it? It's the big Satyr camp? I don't actually know. No, big Satyrs don't even spawn here. What the hell? But he got something. And now, will Empire do still have to deal with this push on the top lane? Enigma is going to send in those Eidolons, but really he doesn't have any AoE. He doesn't have the necessary type of AoE. He has Black Hole. He will have Black Hole. But that's not going to help you with this push, because there's no damage coming out from Black Hole. But the retaliatory push on the bottom lane, both pushes are going to be successful. Silent, still not yet level 6. He will hit that level 6 mark if they want to push a tier 2 tower. Vorse is going to go for drums, whereas Blow Your Brain is going to go for the regular Arcane Boots build. So two towers being taken down from Na'Vi, one taken down by Empire. But Empire do have a 1 kill lead. Let's take a look at how the gold graph is showing. Na'Vi with a little bit of a lead, but less than 1,000. It's pretty much nothing. Experience almost at that 0 mark. So for all intents and purposes, it is a very even game. Both of the primary farmers are getting relatively equal amounts of farm. But the mid lane TA, it's really a lot more important that the TA is getting more than this Bat Rider, just because Bat Rider relies on his flat values. He could make things happen in the very early stage of the game, but once TA gets enough farm, once he gets enough for phase boots plus the 2,000 gold for the Blink Dagger, then TA just becomes so much more explosive. Her power increases by so much more than the Bat Rider does, who really raises in increments. Whereas TA, it's just like she's strong, or she's like decently strong, then she's really freaking strong. So in that sense, Na'Vi do have another edge in this game. Chen hasn't really left the jungle, has been farming up, is level 5, or at least level 5, so he does have the 2 creeps from his Holy Persuasion, plus a Hand of God on top of that. And with Funnick adding his conversions to the mix, this is going to be a very, very aggressive push. Slowed down by the Sonic Traps just a little bit. Silent, is he level 6? He is level 6. So this tower, there's no way to save this with this look at this army. How are you supposed to kill this? Leshrac really needs lightning if they're going to kill it. Split Earth onto 3 is going to help. And now Na'Vi, do they actually want to fight this? There's a Black Hole onto 2, plus Serpent Wars. Dendy and Arz are taking a huge amount of damage. Of course, going to pop off his Dragon form. Going to try to go for Go Black as Puppy arrives with a double damage rune. Light of Heaven, going to try to make his way out. He is going to barely make it out with 9 HP. Still Puppy going to town. Going to kill 3 of Empire so far. And Na'Vi, somehow they survived through that. Funnick now on the run. Where the Sonic Traps within 2 seconds. It's not going to matter though, because Puppy does have a double damage rune. Going to sick the wolves onto Funnick in the jungle. He is going to get torn down. Dendy netted in the tower range. He's getting focused by the tower as well as Blow Your Brain. Of course, tanking the tower though, drawing the aggro. Dendy going to bottle up, and here comes more teleportations. It is going to be the Shadow Shaman once again. Blow Your Brain, very low HP. He's going to bring down Dendy, and Horst shackled in the tower. He's going to go down as well. It looks like, no, he's going to survive, just barely. Pop with the jump charges. He's going to fly like the wind. I said shedded. I was going to say shackled, then I was going to say netted, and it shedded. I don't know. But Na'Vi do take a little bit of an edge there, and this tower at 1 HP does get denied by Arzart. Na'Vi, wow. Turning that around with a very good fight. It looked horrible for them. They got 2 in the Black Hole with Serpent Wards right on top of them, and still a double damage Lycanthrope. And just tore up everyone. Of course, doing lots of damage as well with his Breathe Fire and tankiness, which tankiness like you wouldn't believe. But Na'Vi, they didn't really lose too much there. Plus, they got the tower deny. I would say that fight very much so favoring the Na'Vi squad. And Dendy's actually going to go for a BKB. That's not going to help him all that much in this game. There's 3 spells that go through it, and usually there's at most 1 spell that goes through it. But if Dendy gets ensnared to the floor, he can't do anything. If he gets Flaming Lassoed, he can't do anything. If he gets Black Holed again, he can't do anything. Even if he does have his BKB up and active, I'm sure, granted, a lot of the magic damage, a lot of the damage from Empire is magical. Pretty much everyone with the exception of Naga Siren. But still, I don't feel like that's necessarily the best choice. He could go for Fast Blink Dagger. Funnick and go black. Gonna take Sonic Trap. As here comes Horse. Gonna walk in with the Dragon Tail. No, he can't get the Dragon Tail off yet. He is going to get it onto Funnick eventually. Breathe Fire. Kill off Funnick. Kill off Funnick. Yes, it is brought down by the Wolves. Now Silence is going to get Chain Stun as well as Blow Your Brain. Beautiful Split Earth there. Scandal gonna get Firefly plus the lasso onto Denny. Just holding him out of place though. He's gonna get one more hit onto Blow Your Brain and is gonna bring him down. In the meantime, Chen getting chased down by Lycan, and now Scandal trying to teleport out of here. He is going to make it out of Savorce, just farming the wards. Arzart plus Dendy gonna clear out the rest of the Eidolons, and Na'Vi get a 4-for-0 sweep. Wow, oh my god, okay. Even that didn't look good for Na'Vi at all. I mean, Chen's creeps were all right here, just closing off this bottleneck. But Na'Vi, they just powered through them. Serpent wards, no big deal. No black hole was available to Empire, so they weren't fighting at their full strength. But still, Na'Vi, with a fight that you wouldn't expect that they could have taken or even would be willing to try to take, just steamrolling their way through anyway. I don't know what happened. I feel like Empire should have won that, or at least pressured them back. Chen had so many creeps available, but Horse just walked in, got the Chen right off the bat, and then everything just went to shit. Empire couldn't fight. They just scattered and fled. So this game so far very much in favor of Na'Vi. TA almost with her BKB up, and Batrider so far with pretty much nothing. How is Light of Heaven doing? He's getting only 1 assist. Actually, that's only 1 assist. You'd think he would have more with track and stuff like that. So Light of Heaven's not doing the best. He's going to get a set of drums, so it's going to be a lot of drum charges available to Na'Vi when they want it. Arzart with 4 assists, not doing too bad either, but the damage is mostly coming from Horse and Puppy, taking a lot of damage with, taking a lot of kills with the Wolves. Very useful there. Not to mention the fact that he now does have the Aegis. Na'Vi ducked into the Roshan pit right after that fight and tore that down pretty much without a drop of sweat. But Na'Vi, they're looking very good this game. 5 versus 10 Empire. They're struggling just a little bit. They are doing kind of what they need to do. They have a lot of early game and they're trying to make things happen around the map, but Na'Vi, they're just holding somehow. With the heroes that usually are more late game oriented, you would expect Empire to not have the edge, but oh no, another fight is going to break out. Silence already taking a Dragon Tail, Chain Stun down. Black Hole onto just Horse though. The wards are going to trap him in. Light of Heaven being pulled in as well. There's the Hand of God saving Silence just a little bit. He's going to get a shackle onto Den. In the meantime, Go Black getting focused by Light of Heaven. He's going to get down Split Earth. Not going to hit onto Blow Your Brain. Silent as well as Chen have been brought down though. Funnick getting chased by Puppy in his wolf form. Arzart is there with the Pulse Nova as well, going to bring him down. Blow Your Brain on the run, and Empire get wiped once again. The only one to live is Scandal. Going to get a lasso onto Arzart. That's great and everything, but now you're in a ton of trouble. There's the Sonic Trap, and his Firefly is showing Na'Vi exactly where he's running. A triple kill for Dendy and a team wipe for Na'Vi. Puppy, oh please, he's gonna burn the Aegis? Okay. Sure, he wants to burn the Aegis, get full health, full mana. Who am I to argue with that? But Na'Vi taking such a great fight once again. The burst damage from them, just enough to knock out one of Empire's key players every single time. Dendy, what you doing? The creeps are important, but they're not that important because you just traded your life for them. Plus the courier. Dendy, why? Why, Dendy? Wasted his 10-second BKB charge as well. Dendy is now in the box of shame. So TA kind of getting suicidal there. It's great to kill the Chen creeps, but not when you lose the courier, your 10-second BKB charge, plus your life. Not a good trade. Not a good trade. But Arzart's Split Earth has been doing a whole bunch. It's been hitting 2 people fairly consistently. And then just the right-click damage, the chasing power from Na'Vi is forcing Empire to scatter. And once they scatter, that's when they lose all of their power. Because if they're scattering, then the Enigma doesn't have a chance for a good black hole. The Serpent Wards are pretty much being kited by the Empire team themselves. Naga Siren is going to have a little bit of trouble trying to focus targets, and Chen, of course, well, those creeps aren't exactly able to stick to the people the easiest. Blink forward from Batrider, going to get a lasso onto Puppy. But I don't think it's... Oh, there's going to be a net from Blow Your Brain. That's the longest net I've ever seen. Puppy, bet he wished he had his Aegis right now. Tracks onto Funnick. Puppy's going to continuously chain stun. He's going to try to run his way out of here. Light of Heaven popping off a jump charge, helping out his buddy, but he's already at max moon speed, so it doesn't really matter. Arzar's going to come in with the Pulse Nova plus the Edict, but the illusions are tanking up a whole bunch of that. Here comes the heavy damage. Dealer's Force going to get Dragon Tail into Funnick, instantly dropped by Dendy. Going to go for Scandal next. The poison damage ticking up onto the Bat Rider, and he's going to drop as well. Bloody Brain going to try to teleport out of there, cancelled by the Shuriken, and now he's going to have to deal with a very sticky bounty hunter. You cannot escape from this. He is going to slowly get brought down, sent back to the base. Yeah, he is sent back to the base, but Chen is instead going to be the target. Light of Heaven more than happy to take that kill. Breathe Fire from the high ground, not going to hit, but here comes Dendy. One huge hit is going to kill off that Chen, and that is going to bring Dendy yet another triple kill, and he is going to go for crit. Oh, crit onto TA. No Blink Dagger necessary. Silence still alive somehow. Must have missed that, but he does drop to Havorst. Now these creeps are finally going to die. See, Dendy, you didn't have to suicide before. You get the creeps right now. Dendy didn't even use his BKB charge there. Na'Vi just steamrolling their way through. And Empire, I feel like they're just being caught off guard in just such awkward positions. They can't really turn and get a dedicated team fight off. Batrider already used his lasso, so he was pretty much tapped out. Naga Siren didn't have her illusions up, and really Shadow Shaman can't make things happen by himself. So Na'Vi just finding small pockets of opportunity where Empire have burned one big spell and they jump. You can see the Enigma got dropped instantly in that fight, and at a certain point, it's what can Empire do when they don't have any cooldowns? They cannot do anything, and that's just the perfect time for Na'Vi to strike. That's the time that they have been striking. Light of Heaven is going to die as he tries to flee. Havorst is going to teleport away with his 10-second BKB charge, 9 seconds actually. So he is going to live. Na'Vi dropping one there, but still they are in a fairly commanding lead, a huge advantage for gold earned, experience earned, following suit, and Dendy is just so dangerous at this point. Level 14 TA for 19 minutes into the game. Puppy not doing too bad himself. I was very surprised at the Lycan pick. That's because Lycan struggles in the early game, but Empire, they didn't really apply any pressure to the Lycanthrope, and Lycanthrope weathered the early game, and once you get past that point, then Lycanthrope is still the same deadly hero. He could chase you like nobody's business, and really is who's going to turn and fight him? The Enigma is, whenever he's been focused by the Lycan, he just has to run. You're not going to fight him, or else you're just going to die quicker. That means the Enigma is constantly out of position. Scandal being body blocked by Dendy. There's the meld hit. Huge damage onto Scandal. Hand to God is going to try to save him, but Puppy has his ultimate up. Going to paw down that Bat Rider. Now going to go for Go Black. One hit. There's the medallion. And Dendy, meld hit. No, one hit is not going to do it, as Puppy does get the kill with the Wolves. Funnick going to get a black hole onto only Dendy, but there's no damage coming out there. The tower is focusing him. Finally, he is going to drop. Naga Siren does pick up that kill. Silent dropping the wards, unfortunately missing the ward traps. Puppy bottles and runs away. Arzar and Havorst. Silent, you are in the wrong neighborhood. He is going to drop even before the Song of Siren comes out. And Na'Vi, that's just exactly what I mean. Picking people off and then steamrolling forward. And that's when he doesn't have any cooldowns. He didn't have Serpent Wards. Serpent Wards dropped in a very awkward position. They're just constantly catching Empire at these minute timings when they are not at their full strength. So it's just picture-perfect play from Na'Vi. They're going to take down this Tier 2 tower. It's always Art, and Havorst who are like a little bit late to the fight, and then they just crash it. They just demolish the fight. Edict is so deadly. Split Earth as well, hitting several times on multiple people. Now he has level 2 Pulse Nova plus a Ghost Scepter. Shrek is very tanky, and he is very durable as far as the Ghost form as well. Light of Heaven getting his assists going. He's going to go for Yasha even. Usually the build is BKB, but I guess he doesn't want a Scandal. Going to get a Shackle onto Havorst, but here comes Puppy popping off the wolf form. Who is he going to focus? He's going to go straight for Funnick. They're both going to go straight for Funnick. Funnick, you got to run, man. There he goes. He's going to drop. Puppy's still in the wolf form, the fastest chicken I ever did see. Pushing Havorst out, but Puppy back in. That is going to get a kill on the Lycanthrope as Scandal does blink forward. Havorst with the blink dagger? What the ass is going on here? Bottom lane, in the meantime, Blur Brain is going to drop by the triple combo of Light of Heaven, Art, as well as Dendy. Scandal, you are also not welcome here. Huge melt hit, bringing down half of Scandal's HP, and one more right click is going to do it from Dendy. Blur Brain has returned to the fight. He's going to try to make something happen versus Light of Heaven, but there is no option here for him. There's a track going to give Dendy a lot of moon speed. Go Black is also in danger. Light of Heaven is going to drop to the Test of Faith from Chen. Now Dendy is on the run. Doesn't have a blink dagger. He's going to sound on chop and try to fight his way out of here. Go Black is in so much danger right now. Havorst has right back into this fight. Hand of God, not enough to save that Chen, as Dendi is going to get focused down by the Chen creeps. Vorst is very low on HP, can try to teleport himself out, but a net is going to cancel that. Plus a Hex from Silent is going to bring him down. And Na'Vi losing all of their primary damage dealers on such an aggressive play on this bot lane. I do feel like Na'Vi shouldn't be making these hugely aggressive suicidal plays, but it doesn't really matter all that much. They're so far ahead. They're going to be okay with just kind of battering Empire's confidence, because every single fight they take, someone gets focused the crap out of it, and they don't have a single chance to do anything. And when you have people just constantly coming down on you, just constant chasing, constant pressure, it's demoralizing, and I guess that's one way to win a game. Just shatter their confidence to the point where they cannot just muster up the willpower to keep playing. So far it's working, man. So far it's working. And this is another thing that actually kind of helps. Light of Heaven stalking around. Is there a gem? That's the only thing that can really save them right now. Oh, there's no gem here. Tracks on the Scandal. Light of Heaven does reveal his position. And Silent and GoBlack going to run an intercept course there. Going to find a net onto Light of Heaven. Longest. No, it's not going to hit, actually. Brace to the double damage. Denied by the Dark Troll Warlord. And you got a Kobold Taskmaster. The movement speed is actually really nice. 12%. You wouldn't expect that to mean a lot, and he's a really frail creep. But it works. It works out. You can get a lot of mobility there, but it's really not mobility that Empire need. They need damage. That's just not coming out from them. Naga Siren does have a Diffusal Blade, so she's going to start to ramp up a little bit and max out her images as well. But the damage that she brings out just isn't comparable to that of the TA, to that of Puppey. And even though Havorst has gone for a Blink Dagger Initiation DK, usually you get a Force Staff for that, but hell, Blink Dagger works just as well, I guess. He's almost level 16, so he almost has that Frost Dragon form. There's so much more damage coming out from Na'Vi and Empire. They're not tanky enough to withstand that, nor do they have enough damage to kind of have a burst trade. And Puppey just took down Roshan in all of 10 seconds. Now they're going to go straight in. Horse blinking himself in. Going to go for GoBlack. GoBlack, you are so dead, sir. There he goes. The rest of his creeps are going to follow this chase as Silent is getting chased down with a track bonus. Armor is going to... Are they going to fight this? Double black hole, triple black hole is available. Funnick, where's the black hole? There it is onto Puppey and Horse. Everyone from Na'Vi going to run into it. No, Funnick gets cancelled by the Split Earth on the edge. Perfect play from Arzart as Scandal is going to drop to the Ice Dragon. Now Blow Your Brain going toe-to-toe with Arzart. And when you're carrying Naga Siren, cannot kill a supportless Shrek, you know you're in trouble. There's another kill. Light of Heaven getting a double and another complete team wipe from Na'Vi. The GG has been called. GoBlack has had enough. Na'Vi looking so strong this game. Wow, just I thought that they were making a mistake with this Lycanthrope because Lycan wouldn't be able to be a huge player in this game, but he probably proved me wrong, and well, it won them the game 14-31. It's a pretty decisive victory there. Forrest, no, you're tanky but not invulnerable. No. That's going to be it for that, guys. Batrider, you got to get out of here, man, because this game is already over. I'm just going to skip ahead to the score screen. But anyway, that's going to be it for me. Thanks for watching, guys. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe, support my channel. I do appreciate all the comments, all the subscriptions that I get. Makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside, and I really do enjoy the fact that people are watching these and are getting some sort of value from these, even though I know these replays are a little bit old. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good day. GG.